Hey, everybody, Jon Kovach Jr. here with the Circle of Knowledge podcast. It's been an exciting, exhilarating, and an interesting couple of years. And I just want to say thank you. I was going back through a lot of my podcast episodes as a form of inspiration, kind of like a kick in the pants, like you had something going here, and it's time to get back on that train. And I was reading through a lot of the show notes, and I was looking through a lot of our episodes, and I just had an overwhelming feeling of gratitude because we've come a long way, from, over 100 plus episodes to 30,000 downloads and listens. I feel pretty grateful. And most people would look at that and say, well, the channel has been sort of dormant or, has had no real action in the last few years. And I admit that. And there have been a few attempts to reigniting that, but I'm just really grateful. I'm grateful for the information and the knowledge. And I've got to tell you, like, we all go on these personal development journeys. And my journey in and of itself has been interesting, remarkable, and exhilarating all at the same time. I've become so much better as a public and motivational speaker. I've also become quite the TV show slash MC host of many events, and I've learned to work on a lot of things. And as a part of that journey, I've also learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about faith. I've learned a lot about personal growth and development, that whole personal transformation side of things. And I'm excited to share with you some of my findings, learnings, and also I want to take you on a journey with me on the Circle of Knowledge podcast on a lot of deep dives into personal development because I got my start in personal development by one being raised by very positive, optimistic, loving, faithful human beings, my parents. And we were raised in a household where myself and my siblings were expected to live those values and standards. And so it was natural for us to think high and think optimistically about the future and to also to generate and create these habits of good mindset and thinking. All of that being said, it also led me to a deep dive within personal growth and development that I had a lot of questions about. And this has been a powerful journey. And so I'd like to take you on that Circle of Knowledge podcast journey with me as we dive into a lot of these incredible works and the people behind them. Because it's really important to me that we know all the facts, that we have good information, and that we have a deeper understanding of what looks like a journey in personal growth and development. Those are parts of our experience that are vital to our overcoming any obstacle. And it's easy for us to say, you know what, I'm just going to save my money. I'm just going to go to the next big motivational speaker conference. And while I admit that that is a really great step in the direction of introducing and changing your mindset on things, you also need to back accountability up with action, discipline. It's the only way to go. And I've learned that the hard way, as well as in ways that I really want to share with others. So, no better way to teach others what you're learning than to take you on the journey with me. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited to share this new era. And I'm a big fan of Survivor. Jeff Probst, if you're listening to this, if you ever do listen to this, Jeff, you're one of my heroes. And I take the concept of Survivor and the history of the TV show Survivor in many ways as an example of life. And right now I'm in the new era of our podcast, and I've learned so much. I've had an incredible journey with my team and with the people surrounded with me over at Champion Circle and everything else that I've got going on in this world. So all that being said, I just wanted to come on here and say, we're back, baby. We're back. And I'm excited to take you on the next journey. We will continue to have interviews. We will continue to have um, evaluations. I'll wear my emotions and my thoughts on my sleeve as I develop and grow myself. But I'm also excited to consider more opportunities to learn, to involve people in this circle of knowledge. And you guys probably are wondering, like, Jon, what's up with you in circles? Like, it's called Champion Circle is your business, and then the circle of knowledge is part of it. Well, all of that comes from who is in your circle, right? if you look at the earth from a bird's eye view, I guess, we're living on a little rock that's round and it's a circle. So circles are pretty divine. They're pretty ethereal. They're pretty amazing. And I think that there is so much to be learned within your own ecosystem, within your own sphere, and within your own world. So, here's to another chapter in the Circle of Knowledge podcast. Here's to another chapter within my interests, as well as teaching and sharing those with you. Because if you ever wanted to not just learn how to personally grow and, understand that, self-help or the genre of personal development and growth is not just a book section at a Barnes and Noble, but there's so much to it. There's so much understanding and things that go into it. And the history behind the individuals that created these movements, from the great, Bob Proctor to Zig Ziglar, and these are all individuals who have led the charge in personal development, but have since passed. There's people living today who I want to talk about as well, and I want to dive into it. There's some interesting and then some unpopular circumstances that also can be identified. So I am looking forward to diving into all of those. And I want you to take this journey with me and let's dive into it. So, welcome to another chapter of the Circle of Knowledge podcast. Thank you.